Chapter 11, Moving Day, Saturday, February 13th, 2010. On the day I moved, I was 6 months pregnant. My saxophone student, Rudy, and my violin student, Beth, and her husband, Scott, God bless their souls, were all there to help me on this momentous day. Scott had a truck, and I was graced with Allie's truck, too, which was such a blessing. Tin Man's parents were there, not to help me move, but to watch me. Ed, Tin Man's father, videotaped me the whole time. I shook my head with disgust. They owned the house. They supported Tin Man, and they had become my foe as soon as they'd found out we were getting a divorce. Lovely. Tin Man stayed out of the way, but he didn't offer any help either. He stayed in the master bedroom, cleaning his room, which was very unlike him. My friend Lori and her family lived on a few acres of land, a good 30 minutes from the rancher. Timmy had agreed that I would continue to have access to the house to teach music lessons, since where I was moving wasn't conducive to me teaching at. The apartment was very secluded and too far to ask my students to travel, so it made sense to continue to teach at the house. During that time, I would bring Bjorn, and Tin Man could see him. When we packed up the cars, I left some boxes of the kitchen supplies behind because I knew I could get them on a future day that I was teaching at the house. No biggie. I was able to take my electric piano while I had the help, which I was very grateful for. Rudy, Scott, Beth, Lori, and I had lunch together in my new apartment. It was celebratory, an honoring of my new life, and they were my new family. The apartment was super cute. Very small, since it was above a garage. The only thing I was concerned about were the narrow stairs leading to the apartment. Not for myself, but when I was carrying the baby or for Bjorn. I definitely needed to hold his hand going up and down those stairs. The kitchen and living area was one room with a side bedroom for me and a small full bath. Bjorn and the baby would sleep in the main living area. I was so grateful for the respite. I was so grateful for the peace, to have a place that I could control energetically, where I didn't have to deal with Tin Man yelling at me or his constant negativity. It would just be the two kids and myself, and it would be peaceful. The kitchen was my favorite part, as the kitchen is always the heart of the home. In the evening, after everyone left, Lori V and the girls came over with chicken, macaroni and cheese, and salad. It was super sweet. Journal entry, Sunday morning, February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2010. Dear Diary, I'm trying to get warm. I'm always so cold when I first wake up, but this apartment sure was cold last night, even though I turned up the heat in both rooms. Bjorn is happy. V brought up a large box last night from which Lori made a door. So cute. Bjorn is hanging out in his little space. I kept the milk outside the glass door on the balcony, which was covered in snow, and when I made Bjorn's drink this morning, the milk was partly frozen. Using the decaf instant packets of coffee, I made a cup, added agave and the creamy milk, and yum, morning coffee. I don't have internet yet. Lori just called me over for some real coffee and breakfast. So nice. So I'm going to get myself and Bjorn ready. The teapot was about to whistle as I could hear the hum of the boiling water. Bjorn was curled up on the black futon wrapped in a Blue's Clues blanket, watching an episode of Dora with a sippy cup in his hand. He was drinking Shackley vanilla milkshake, his favorite, with a bowl of rainbow fishies. Tears started rolling down my face. I really wish I could stop crying. It was so frustrating and exhausting to be so emotional all the time. I blamed the pregnancy and laughed. I was sad but grateful at the same time. I dabbed at my eyes, not wanting Bjorn to see me upset. Tears kept ruining my makeup too, which was annoying. We're here. We've made it, I thought. Right now, I'm just in survival mode. I can't expect to instantly build my new life. It's going to take time, I reminded myself, and started unpacking another box. I've been debating about baby names, having originally chosen Torsten, another Scandinavian name, meaning Thor's stone. The boys will always have each other, so I thought it fit. Then I came across the name Thaddeus, which means heart or gift from God. With divorcing Tin Man, the man without a heart, and me essentially taking the heart with me, it felt symbolically accurate. Thaddeus.
Mom? Mom?
I turned to Bjorn, handing me his sippy cup.
All done.
He says, "Okay, baby, good job." I take a deep breath.
Happy, Mom? Happy?
Bjorn asks, "Of course, baby, I'm always happy with you. Are you hungry?" He shakes his head no. "Want mommy to scratch your back?"
Yes!
He said and lunged at me. "You silly boy," I said, grabbing him awkwardly. "Want to give your baby brother a kiss?"
Yes.
And he wiggles down from my grip, stands in front of me, and kisses my belly. I laugh. He giggles,
Again, Mom.
and he kisses my belly again. Late afternoon, I text Tin Man to give him a heads up that I was heading over to pick up more boxes.
Not today, Destiny. I have company.
What the fuck? I mumbled.
And just so you know, my parents changed the locks on the house.
What? I text back.
Yeah, they don't want you teaching here.
What? We agreed I would still teach there, I retorted.
It's their house.
He replied. Infuriated, I put my phone down. What was I going to do? Such an asshole. Insensitive little prick, I mumbled to myself. I feel like at this point that he's doing anything in his power to hurt me. His new girlfriend, Scarecrow, is there. Likely spent the night last night. Makes sense now, too, because the whole time I was moving, he didn't lift a finger, of course. He didn't help move any of the boxes or help pack any of the boxes, but you know what he was doing? Cleaning his room in preparation for her coming over. I wonder if she knew about me. What type of woman would move in the same day with a man whose pregnant wife moves out? That's sick. She must be a desperate woman. Likely she's been fed a bunch of lies about me, playing the poor husband whose wife abandoned him. I called my grandmother.
I don't have many years left on this earth. Want me to come there and play target practice with my shotgun?
Maybe it would be very satisfying, I said encouragingly.
All you have to do is ask.
She laughed.
Put your focus back on your children. You have a lot of work ahead of you to bring your second child into this world. That is your focus. It is your duty to protect two children. The hardship you are facing is a marathon, granddaughter.
Grandma Chris said as gently as she could. I will do anything to keep them safe, I said.
Oh, I know you will. You are strong.
I don't know what I'm going to do about money now, I said.
Your parents should be helping you.
She said, They are actually, I replied. They're giving me some money every month. I accepted it because I needed it. If they can buy my younger sister a house and continue to pay for it, I feel like it's okay for me to accept help from them financially.
Have you talked to them?
She asked. Not since I left PA,
Maybe you should call your mom.
she suggested. For what?
I don't know, honey. I just want you to have as much support and help as possible. I think you need to start thinking like a lawyer now. With his parents videotaping you while you were moving instead of helping you.
She said. I could picture her shaking her head in disgust.
If I were you, I would start documenting everything. You're going to need to lay out all the facts for your attorney when you fight for custody of them. You are their mother, and that will likely be protected, but better to be safe than sorry.
I keep writing in my journal every day, if not twice a day, to get all my feelings and thoughts out. I don't want to hold the abuse in my body. I released them onto the paper, I said.
We are writers, you and I. To have both our first books published last year was very special.
Yes, it was, I nodded.
I would get a separate notebook to document everything. The fact that he has had an extramarital affair carries weight and shows his character, or lack of. You have your head on straight. You just married the wrong man.
She chuckled.
I would know. I did the same thing. This is why I don't trust myself to date ever again. I don't make good choices when it comes to men.
I laughed with her.
But you have the gift of your children. That is your focus and your burden. We women have the burden of carrying children, but we are the warriors too. We are their guardians. God blessed you with these beautiful children because He trusted you to protect them. Life is both glorious and painful. You can't have one without the other.
I wondered about that, I replied.
Granddaughter, you're going through a lot right now. I wish I was closer, but I believe in you. You'll thrive, not just survive. Pull up those bootstraps and put one foot in front of the other. Call me later if you want.
Thank you. Okay, I sighed. I will get back to unpacking.
That a girl. Wish I was there to help you, but you know I send my love.
I know. Love you too. Bye for now, I said and hung up.